Hello, this is Bino, and today what I wanted to do is talk about and perform a little bit on an SRS palm tree climb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a throw bag line over the palm tree, over the terminal. I'll bring a climbing line up and over, bring the other end down, and do a base anchor. And then I'll work my way up to the top, and once I get to the top, I'm going to do a canopy tie, and then I'm going to come back down and then bring down my system. The SRS system and the way you climb with that is much better than the old-fashioned way, where you put spikes on and you climb up to the tree, because you make nicks in the tree, and also every time that you nick the tree or put a spike in, it can infect it with diseases. Also, there's it could be about a 3-year span on some palms where you get the shaggy growth on the bottom. If you go from underneath, actually the column of fronds, if you cut into that, that can fall on you and you can get injured. So you should climb from the top and downward. So what I'm going to do is, with this shot bag, I'm going to do my best to throw over the terminal end. The terminal end is the center upmost piece of that palm tree. So I'm going to try to get the shot bag over that, and then bring it down the other side. Okay, got it. Now that I've gotten it over the tree, now what I'm going to do is, with my climbing line, I'm going to do my best to tie it. I'll do it with a clove. Actually, I'll do a couple of cloves. I just want to make sure that it's not going to slip off. Because what I'm going to try to do is get this over the top by the terminal and come back down the other side. So the more narrow it is, the better off I'll be. I might be able to pass through. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. So now I'll go to the other side. And I'll see if I can bring it up and over. I made it. Okay. Now that I got the rope over the tree, I'm going to do a base tie. So I'll do it with the quickie by just going around the palm. Since I'm using a terminal end, I'm just going to attach it to the end, and then I'm going to put the slick pin with a flat part toward the trunk, slide it in. Then I'm going to grab the other side and pull it snug, so I know it's not going to run on me. Alright, I'm ready to go. So here's a setup that I'm going to use. On an earlier video, I did a video on it. We'll have a link on the description. It's the rope wrench, French pressic, and the hitch climber pulley with a carabiner. And also with that, I'm going to use a foot ascender and the Haas knee ascender. There's also going to be a link in the description on how to set this up. And then I'll also use the chest harness. And now I'm ready to go. So now that I'm all set up, I'm going to get ready to go up. So what I want to do is I'll put all my body weight on it and make sure that I'm not going to slip and fall. So it'll push it down more toward the terminal. So now that I'm on, now I'm going to attach my foot ascender first. And I'll take a step or so up. Oh, there it goes. Now once I got that, now I'm going to put my knee ascender. There we go. Now once I got that, now it's kind of like walking up a ladder. So I have kind of a hang, so I'm moving away from the palm, so I'm not really being hindered in any way. Now that I'm up here, I'm gonna set my lanyard. Okay, so now that I put my lanyard on, what I'm going to do is cut some of these seed stalks out of the way while I'm here. Hitch, stand clear. Hitch, stand clear. I'll get the one on this side. So what I have to do is be careful with my line. This line is way under pressure. What I don't want to do is cut it. If I cut it, that would be a bad thing. I'd be in big trouble. So here we go. Okay. Hitch, stand clear. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is work on a canopy tie. So what I'm going to do is ask Noah to go and disconnect my my terminal end down there with the quickie. The reason I would switch to a canopy tie is if I was planning on using a chainsaw. Having a base anchor, I have the line in the back of the terminal end. If I were to cut it with a chainsaw, I would be pretty much sunk. There's a chance I could fall or be stuck with my lanyard. That would be why I'd want to use a canopy tie. Huh? More slack? Okay. Hang on. Hold on. You get it yet? Huh? Yes, just clip it. I'm good? Okay. So since he disconnected it, what I'm going to do is bring the rope all the way back through. And I'm going to do a canopy tie up here. There. Now I have it. I'm going to reconnect it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a canopy tie up here. So I'm going to need to use the quickie. So what I'm going to do is take it off. And I could take off my chesty too. Okay. So the quickie out. Okay. I'm gonna store it here. Now, what I'll need to do is send this tail in all the way to the ground. Tell me when the tail's at the ground now. Is it at the ground yet? How many feet? Okay. Ho 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 rat. Well, I hope this doesn't mess me up. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is make a butterfly here and attach my quickie. Okay. Okay. Oops. That's a good point. It's supposed to be on the tail end, not the climbing end. The point that I just mentioned is that I tied my butterfly knot above my rope branch, and that was completely wrong. You have to tie the butterfly knot or your midline knot on the opposite rope, the rope that's going downward. That way you'll be able to choke the canopy. If I would have done it in the way that I tied it right now and I put my weight on it, I would have fallen. So you got to remember that you're going to always put the midline knot opposite of your hitch system. You want to make sure that it's always going to be on the opposite side. That's the correct way to do it. Hold me. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is reset my lanyard because I got mixed up a little with my climbing line here. Take it off. Okay. Throw it on again. Below my tie-in. Okay, now all right. Oh, that might not work so good. I might get wedged in that. Go up a little higher. Let me see. There, that might be a little bit better. All right. Now full back to SRS system. Disconnect my lanyard. And I'm going to connect it back here. All right. And I'm going to go back down to the ground. There we go. So now that I've come off the tree, now I'm going to disconnect my climbing system. And I'm going to work on trying to get that canopy tie down. Let's see that. Oops. So undo the rope branch. Here we go. My friction hitch. Okay, so when I was up there, I used the other end of the line. I brought it back from that base anchor. That's this piece right here. It's important to get this piece that's going to try to bring the knot down to the ground. You don't want it to be hanging way up in the air where you're not going to be able to reach it. So I was on this side with a friction hitch. So this is my choking side. And then this side is a side that I'm going to pull on the butterfly and hopefully bring it down. So here we go. Oops. There it goes. And now I'm getting close to the ground. Here I go. So now I'm going to detach my quickie. Here we go. Okay, so the quickie's undone. I'll take my butterfly off, and now I'm going to slowly bring this down. Hopefully it doesn't like get stuck between a palm frond and get wedged up there. Okay, okay, so now I'm going to walk over to this one and I'm going to slowly pull it. Hopefully. Oh, if I had a rope without an eye on it, I think I might be able to make it, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay. Headache. Ah, we got it. I don't know if this would work on every single palm. Queen palms are a little bit wide open, so you could possibly do it. Or if you were trimming a palm and you can kind of get below just at the part where it's kind of narrowing and choke it at that point, and once you put your weight on it, it doesn't get stuck between the fronds. You probably do it on a few different types. I don't know if you could do it on a Mexican fan palm. They're kind of tight. But anyhow, success. That was an SRS palm tree climb. SRS palm tree climbing is much better than using spikes for a lot of reasons. When you're spiking a tree, you can introduce infection. It could reduce the life of a palm tree. Also, a real good point is that you usually go to the top of the palm and you trim from the top downward. When you have a lot of fronds underneath, sometimes those fronds, if you trim from underneath, they can fall on you. So it's a much better method when you go from the top and work your way down. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell if you like what we do. Take care.